early, but let's go ahead and get started. We've got a quorum here, so we've got 4 bills in this committee today that we need to go over. That's sent over to us from the House. First one I'm going to call up is House Bill number 687, the Mississippi Debt Management Service Act extend repealer on. This is a companion bill. We passed this bill in the Senate unanimously, and all this is a companion bill that pretty much just extends the repeal date 4 years on the debt management service providers. So any questions on this bill? All right, we got a motion, title sufficient, do pass. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? And the bill passes. All right, next bill I want to go over is going to be House Bill number 933, Homeowners Association, regulate managing agents of and provide certain requirements for. If you'll remember, we passed this bill last year, passed it out unanimously, 52-0, signed by the governor. But there were a couple tweaks that needed to be made. This is Representative Lee Yancey's bill that he authored last year, and we got done. But there were a couple, 3 things that needed to be tweaked in this bill, and I'll just go through those real quick for you. The three basic things, 3 new things that are done in this bill is it provides that all regular meetings, the board of the HOA is required to review the latest account statement prepared by the financial institution where the association has its operating and reserve accounts. So that was one new thing that's added. The second thing is as an alternative to a fidelity bond coverage, the HOA may maintain comparable insurance. If you'll remember, they do not have to have that if the board votes not to have that coverage. So that's why the may is in there. But what was added is that they could, instead of the fidelity bond coverage, they could also, in exchange of that or alternative to that, they could maintain comparable insurance. So that's the second thing. And the last thing that it does, it provides that any bank or savings association where a trust fund account is open shall be held harmless. So those are the 3 things that were tweaked in this bill. Passed unanimously out of there, and it's over here with us now. So any questions on this bill? All right, is there a motion? Title sufficient, do passes the motion. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, that bill passes. Next bill, House Bill number 1360, Banks and Savings Association align merger approval with the Mississippi Business Corporation Act. Again, this is a companion bill to the one we passed earlier in the session. Senator Sparks, I'm going to recognize you if you'll kind of go back through this bill again for us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a companion bill to Senate Bill 2640. There's only 3 words that are different. You had a provision where we talk about the mergers of banks, and we're trying to line it up with the Mississippi Business Corporation Act, but that they end up that the survivor is an FDIC insured institution. They added the word only, and I apologize, I'm looking at the strike all. I've got it on line 45, but that's not going to be 45 for you because I'm looking at strike all, but they added that in section 1. Which, just simply redefine or continues to define who all can be involved with this, a bank, a savings bank, savings and loan association, or other entity. The additional word they added is in the paragraph, notwithstanding any provision, they added of law on the other end. So those are the only changes. This also in section 2 dealt with when the bank could be closed, particularly in the lobby, as it dealt with the issues we had with COVID or other situations, and when they could take their holidays, that they could take it on the preceding Friday or the following Monday. But it is in all basic situation the same as Senate Bill 2640, which we passed. That's a brief explanation of the bill, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Sparks. Any questions? Is there a motion?
Title sufficient, do pass.
Motion's title sufficient, do pass. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? And that bill passes as well. All right, the last bill we're going to go over is House Bill number 1361. We got a little strike all in there that I'll go over here shortly, but this is motor vehicle sales finance law, clarify employees and state licensees may work remotely. This is a bill that passed the House 120 to 0. And just a brief explanation of what this bill does. It's just just a 2-page bill there, but a little bit of an explanation of it would, House Bill 1361 would allow for remote work from motor vehicle financial institutions to allow them to conduct transactional activity through virtual workspaces with the appropriate security protocols. What we've learned, obviously, with COVID-19 is that it's expedited the necessity for technology-enabled remote working. By authorizing remote working, it will allow these financial service providers to be more flexible in their employment practices while still providing the same secure services to the public. Regulatory supervision, oversight, and licensing fees will not change. They do not change. All records are available to the regulators as mandated by state law. Now, the Department of Banking was concerned that there would be some added cost to the increased exam needs due to this remote work. So the House added an amendment, and then we've added a little bit of language as well that basically says there will be a specific exam fee if a licensee allows its employees to work from home or another remote location. If you'll turn to line 33, we also added that section G right there. It's designate a separate area dedicated solely to conducting the business of a sales finance licensee. That next section is our new language to offset the cost of supervision and administration of subsection 1 of this section. A licensee that allows its employees to work from home or another remote location selected by the employee must pay a special examination fee. And if you'll look on line 46 and 47, we also added in that last sentence, which says licensees not allowing remote work are not required to pay this special examination fee. So that's a brief explanation of the bill, an explanation of the strike all. Are there any questions on this bill? Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There's going to be confidential information that's going to be held. And I imagine it's going to be on the servers in these people's homes. What steps are being taken from a security standpoint to ensure that that is protected?
Well, that would have to be up to the licensee to maintain that and make sure that that's done. But that would all be done through bank examination as well. Department of Banking would be in control of that, regulating that. Would be no different as if they were doing business there on the location at the licensee. So it'd be no difference, no change. Any other questions? All right, is there a motion? Title deficiency do pass. Strike all is the motion. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? And the bill passes, and that will conclude our meeting. Is there a motion to rise and report? Thank you all for being here. Gotcha. Licensee to maintain appropriate safeguards. Gotcha.